Hello, everybody. It's Gerard from GH Immigration Services. I am going to do an update to the latest IRCC update that came out on study permits. What should I tell you about now? Okay, let's start with one of the big key areas that we have to look at. I've had questions about this, so I'm going to answer this. Anybody who is looking at applying for a study permit right now, do not apply for the study permit itself. They will reject any applications or will not process any applications that do not have the attestation letter in it. So if you were looking at doing an intake right now for May or something, unless something amazing happens, I have a feeling that many people's intakes for May are going to fall through the cracks, because they're definitely not going to have the attestations all set up right now, because the provinces really don't have any idea how they're going to be relaying them to the IRCC. But things can happen pretty quick. So just know, do not submit. If you submitted after the 22nd of July or January already, your application is just going to sit there in la la land. So don't expect it to be processed. If you submitted prior to it will still be processed under the normal conditions, and that will still, any of the spousal applications for work permits and that will still likely be honored. And that it's the ones that after that date is a gray area, because there's no absolute definite decision on if they're saying that they're going to honor the spousal open work permits that are going to be processed or put in between now and September or not. But just bet on and wait and see what happens, what they say, because I have a feeling that they're not going to honor them. But the ones that are prior to that, they will. When it comes to extending your education, if you are going to extend your education in your current school, it's just a regular app. All you're doing is applying to extend your study permit. You won't have to get an attestation and to be able to extend your studies. That's one thing for sure. But if you choose to go to another program, another school, you will have to likely get a new attestation if you decide to go into another program. You also have to know, chances are that if you have a spouse that's currently on a open work permit while you're having your studies, if you change schools, likely, or not even necessarily schools, but after that work permit expires, don't expect an extension. Likely will not happen. They will likely use the new programs as the way they're laid out now, with no spousal work permits being issued unless you're in the graduate or graduate or PhD programs that are available. We're still waiting for an update to see which graduate programs do qualify. We only know the basic few that they've already mentioned from the immigration minister, so we only know that. Secondary students that are going to postgrad applications, it's not confirmed yet if they're going to need an attestation to be able to go from secondary to post-secondary. That still hasn't been discussed. They still haven't said what they're going to do, but this is likely going to happen. They are likely going to need an attestation, even if just because they're going to another school. I think it's going to be treated exactly the same as regular people that are already in education programs that want to extend and change to a different school. I think that covers the most of it. So the biggest thing to take away from this is, if you haven't submitted for a study permit right before the 22nd, not at this time. Just hold off. You can have it all ready to go. Just hold off until we get some updates on what this is going to look like. Same as open work permits for your spouse. If you've already applied, likely they're going to honor them. We don't know if they're going to honor any submissions between now and September when it comes to spousal open work permits. But I would hazard a guess they aren't going to. But they haven't said definite or not. This coming week, next Thursday, I should say, a week from today, KPIC is going to be sitting down with immigration so we can get some clarity and some more questions answered, and hopefully be able to come back to you and give you a few more updates. Again, so hopefully you found this useful. Thank you very much. Again, like I said, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. And we'll take it from there. Thank you very much again, Gerard from GH Immigration. Hope you found this useful.